This is the final, I'm assuming, I think, the final video reflection, chapter 10 on poverty. I just got out of work, sorry, so if I'm wearing my name tag and everything. This chapter on poverty was very interesting. It was very eye-opening too. I already knew that poverty was an epidemic in our nation, and I feel like it has partly to do with the competitive, capitalistic nature that our country is run on. Something that I found interesting, and I feel like it could also be a cause of it, is on one of the articles for the chapter handout, and it talked about how eviction and housing has a lot to do with poverty and all that, and people who are in a lower class and are barely scraping by, paying like 80% of their income just to pay rent and to have a house for their children, are already under a lot of stress, a lot of financial stress, and for them to get evicted, it just lowers them even lower, and it just causes a reaction of not feeling adequate, not being able to provide for their families, and it kind of just adds to the perpetual cycle of poverty. And one way that I feel like would help would be having like what in the article talked about, a housing voucher where everyone has. It doesn't even have to be a great house, just a bed, a couple beds, and two beds, maybe 3 beds, small house, just the normal basic human needs, and everyone is entitled to that. Something also that I feel would also help, and it has been proven that it's helped in Sweden, I want to say, is universal income. And it doesn't have to be a lot, again, like the housing, doesn't have to be a lot, just enough so people have an income to be able to feed their family, and then their income they get from their jobs is for themselves to better their lives. I feel like these two things would do great things to help the poverty epidemic in our nation.